The world gasped. Japan, a nation known for its pacifist constitution, had dropped a bombshell. The YF-23, a relic of the Cold War, was back from the dead. This wasn't just a historical curiosity, this was a statement. Japan was entering the big leagues of military aviation. The YF-23, nicknamed Black Widow II, was a beast. Designed by Northrop Grumman, it was a marvel of engineering. Sleek, stealthy, and incredibly fast, it was a contender for the U.S. Air Force's Advanced Tactical Fighter program in the 1980s. Ultimately, the YF-23 lost out to the Lockheed Martin YF-22, which became the legendary F-22 Raptor. 2 prototypes were built, then resigned to museums. Now, decades later, the Black Widow was poised for a comeback. This time, under the banner of the rising sun. Japan's decision sent shockwaves across the globe. It was a clear signal. The island nation was no longer content with playing defense. This was a new era. The YF-23 was a fighter ahead of its time. It boasted a unique combination of stealth, speed, and range. The aircraft's design emphasized stealth technology, with its angular shape and radar-absorbent materials designed to evade even the most sophisticated enemy sensors. It could reach Mach 2.2, twice the speed of sound. This wasn't just about raw power. The YF-23 could supercruise, maintaining supersonic speed without using its afterburners. This meant greater range and endurance, crucial in the vast expanses of the Pacific theater. The YF-23 also possessed a formidable weapons payload. It could carry a variety of air-to-air and air-to-surface missiles, all concealed within its internal weapons bay, to maintain its stealth profile. This made it a true multi-role fighter, capable of dominating both air and ground targets. Why resurrect a design seemingly relegated to the history books? The answer lay in the YF-23's potential. This wasn't about nostalgia, it was about acquiring a technological edge in a rapidly changing world. For decades, Japan relied on the United States for its air defense needs. However, the geopolitical landscape had shifted. China's military expansion, particularly its air force, was a growing concern for Tokyo. Japan's aging fleet of F-15s, while still capable, was no match for China's newer, more advanced fighters. The need for a next-generation aircraft was becoming increasingly urgent. The F-35 Lightning II, while a formidable fighter, didn't quite fit the bill. Japan needed a fighter that could not only defend its airspace but also project power across the region. A fighter that could go toe-to-toe with the best China and Russia had to offer. The YF-23, with its speed, range, and stealth capabilities, seemed to be the answer. Reviving the Black Widow was a bold move. It was a gamble, but one that Japan felt was necessary in an increasingly uncertain world. The 21st century battlefield was changing. No longer were massive armies clashing in open fields. Technology was king. And in the realm of air power, stealth was the ultimate weapon. Stealth technology was no longer a luxury, it was a necessity. The ability to operate undetected behind enemy lines, to strike with impunity, was a game changer. China and Russia were both investing heavily in stealth technology, developing their own 5th-generation fighter jets. Japan, with its technological prowess, was determined to not be left behind. The YF-23, with its advanced stealth capabilities, was the perfect platform to build upon. By reviving the Black Widow, Japan was sending a message. It was ready to compete in the high-stakes game of stealth warfare. The announcement from Tokyo sent ripples of unease through Beijing and Moscow. Japan's decision to revive the YF-23 was not taken lightly. It was a direct challenge to their growing military might. China, in particular, was rattled. The YF-23's range and stealth capabilities meant it could operate with impunity deep within the East China Sea. This directly challenged China's claims over the disputed Senkaku Islands. Russia too was watching closely. While the YF-23's primary focus was on the Pacific theater, its capabilities had implications for Russia's Far East as well. The Kremlin knew that a technologically advanced Japan, allied with the United States, was not in its best interests. The balance of power in the Asia-Pacific region was shifting, and the YF-23 was a potent symbol of this change. Section 6. The Rising Sun's Military Ambitions. Japan's decision to revive the YF-23 was not an isolated incident. It was part of a larger trend of Japan's growing military assertiveness. For decades, Japan's military was constrained by its pacifist constitution. However, in recent years, there has been a growing realization that Japan needed to do more to defend its interests. China's increasingly aggressive behavior in the region, coupled with North Korea's nuclear ambitions, had forced Tokyo to rethink its defense posture. Japan was no longer content to rely solely on the United States for its security. The revival of the YF-23 was a clear indication of Japan's determination to build a more capable and self-reliant military. It was a signal to the world that Japan was no longer willing to be a bystander in its own backyard. The rising sun was ready to defend its interests, and the YF-23 was just the tip of the spear. Section 7. Collaboration and Competition. The YF-23 project was not a solely Japanese endeavor. It involved collaboration with American defense contractors, particularly Northrop Grumman, the original designers of the aircraft. This partnership highlighted the deep security ties between Japan and the United States. It also underscored the importance of international collaboration in developing advanced military technologies. However, the project also had an element of competition. Japan was not simply buying American technology off the shelf, it was seeking to acquire the knowledge and expertise to develop its own advanced fighter jets in the future. The YF-23 project was as much about technology transfer as it was about acquiring a cutting-edge fighter jet. It was about building Japan's indigenous defense industrial base. Section 8. The Future of Air Superiority. The revival of the YF-23 had far-reaching implications for the future of air warfare. It signaled a resurgence of interest in high-performance, stealthy fighter jets. For years, the focus had been on multi-role aircraft like the F-35, capable of performing a variety of missions. However, the YF-23's emphasis on speed, range, and stealth suggested a renewed appreciation for specialized air superiority fighters. In an era of great power competition, the ability to dominate the skies was once again paramount. The YF-23, with its potential to be upgraded with the latest technologies, represented a glimpse into the future of air combat. It was a future where speed, stealth, and cutting-edge technology would reign supreme. Section 9. A New Era of Defense. The world watched with bated breath as Japan prepared to unleash the Black Widow once more. The YF-23 was more than just a fighter jet, it was a symbol of a changing world order. Japan's decision to revive this Cold War relic was a testament to its technological prowess and its determination to defend its interests in an increasingly complex and dangerous world. The Black Widow's return marked the dawn of a new era in defense, one where Japan was no longer content to play a supporting role. It was a bold statement, a declaration of Japan's unwavering commitment to its own security, and to a free and open Indo-Pacific region. The world was on notice. The sleeping giant had awakened.